All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Nekomonogatari,
Episode 2.
Okay.
All right, yes.
So
Right now, we are going to be going through the Golden Week whole section of things here.
And Araragi, this is pre a lot of his development, so he is still a stupid baka.
Yep.
But, you know, Tsukihi was a partner in crime for that.
Yeah, Suki, you kinda, segued Araragi away from everything that would have fixed, so much of this.
Maybe
freaking Tsukihi.
Maybe when Araragi ends up actually introducing her to Senjigahara can thank her, because otherwise Araragi might have been taken by the time that Hitagi came around.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah. No gentle walks home.
Yeah. Kaiki and Senjigahara, still, a thing.
Well,
wow.
anyways, Hanekawa's not doing well. And, we knew that she wasn't doing well. Oh, boy.
But, it's so bad to the point that, we have to remind ourselves constantly that Araragi this is back then. This is back then. Yep. So all the things that have made him grow and change and evolve and be a little bit more aware, I would say.
Right. They haven't happened yet.
Yeah, that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
He has no, Shinobu to help him, with his stupid baka moments.
So this is a yellow shirt, but this is Hachikuji.
Oh, is that Hachikuji?
Yeah.
Oops.
It's the color, threw you off. It makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
You stuttered. You stuttered.
Yeah, exactly. I just stuttered. Yeah, the Sans hair, basically, a lot of the Monogatari characters don't look that different from each other.
Although, let's be real, who would ever wear sunglasses? It would be Hachikuji.
It would be Hachikuji. She'd diss Araragi so hard, Destruction 100. She'd put on the sunglasses, there'd be explosions behind her.
Yep.
And then you'd see Snoop Dogg doing his smoke weed every day, and would just
anyways, so episode 2, this is probably gonna hurt even more than the last one.
Yeah.
So
the cringe is going to be real. So without further ado, let's get into this right now.
I was like, cringe, what's he talking about? Oh, there we go.
Yep. All right, everyone, we're going to be starting the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Okay.
I am a fan of this track.
So we're back here. So it's Oshino.
Shinobu, probably.
Yeah. Nice. Showing the silhouette as it matches with the turned over chairs and stuff.
Oh.
You bring donuts? No.
Brought blood.
Brought blood, yeah.
Not talking to you, stupid baka.
Just looking at the bag behind
him.
Oh,
yeah.
It is donuts. Oh. Ooh. Love it.
Yeah. There's something about how subdued this OP is that just
makes it so sad.
Yep.
It
hurts.
My love softly blossomed. There was a conversation I had with some friends a while ago about how once you love really hard for the first time, you run the risk of basically never being able to love like that again, because once you have that heartbreak from that, you temper every interaction of love from that point onward slightly. And it's not a thing where you can't find love again, but it's that it will never be so raw and pure as it was originally.
Yeah.
And that's basically her story. Except it's over and over and over and over again that she has to deal with the fact that she's being ignored. It's not really hard rejection, but it's
drawn out rejection.
It's just drawn out passive.
Yeah.
You know.
Because Araragi is a stupid baka.
I mean, a lot of the characters in this show are stupid bakas, but yeah.
But I think
but in this specific instance,
in this specific instance, he takes the cake.
Oh yeah. All right. Continue with Golden Week. All right. Wow. What a twist! She's salivating. Oh my god. Wow. Chibi.
No head pats for you.
Oh, nice donuts.
And all assorted.
Watch your fingers. Yep. Finished in 3 bites. Yep. More. Oh! Now she's like, I listen, I obey.
This is actually why she calls him master. It's because he is the supplier of donuts.
You, my benevolent god who brings the flaky crusted doughs of the nut. Oh my gosh. Calm down, Araragi. I wonder why.
Yeah.
Now that we have context.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool. That line kind of refills what we got with Nisei, but if we didn't get Kizu, you'd be like, okay, so he did do this, and then
yeah,
it'd be this little bit of mystery. Oh, cool. And her true form there. Aw. There you go, Araragi. Wow.
No hesitation. But there's murder in those eyes if he doesn't give her the donuts.
And she won't say woof, basically.
Oh, yeah.
That's demeaning. Oh! Are these her thoughts?
No.
Oh, they were.
Yeah. That's right. We haven't seen this guy in a long time.
Yeah.
Haha. That pun.
I love how he says Araragi-kun. Interesting. Whoa.
Okay.
Wow. Wonder how far you could take that. Whoa.
Oshino doesn't count? Okay.
Okay. But it's to the point where he has to say, technically, I count. You know. But, and Hanekawa, but.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes.
Huh. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Okay,
I mean
that is true.
Is true at least.
Yeah, but oh.
Hmm.
Huh? Huh? Hmm. Right. Then we connect back to the flashback in Bake.
Okay.
All right. All right. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
The way the desks are all stacked up precariously.
Yep.
Okay. Talk to her.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Okay.
Cool. A one-man search party.
Yeah.
Why you gotta be like this, Monica? Oh, there she
Okay.
is. Yep.
Well.
I love for
Just-
Araragi, his passive perception like goes up insanely if there's a boner attached to it. Basically.
Yep, basically. He just calls Oshino. He's like, so I think it's the metal cat. I would recognize those panties
anywhere. Yes, exactly. Now he's motivated. I'm motivated.
And the hair thing is straight up.
Straight up.
Oh my god.
Mmm. Oh. Oh. Crap.
Yeah, red scene.
Yep.
Even though it's blocked out, they're probably not looking good.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Dispose of the bodies.
Oh.
Okay, so they're not dead yet.
Oh. Mm. Oh, nice. Whoa. Oh. Wow.
Now, what would be ironic is if the blood from him that got spurted everywhere, if that ended up being what made the parents okay.
Oh. Oh. Humyan. That was the best connection of the nya. Speak. Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh. Mm. Oh my god. Nice, the moon reflected. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna need that. Yeah. Oh. Cool.
Okay.
Okay. Ah! Oh, okay. Should have.
Just because there was so much of it, or just because he's not as much of a vampire as he was in Kizu, or
What was that sound?
yeah. Watching over you. Interesting.
All right. Yeah. But what about the whole thing with the blood? So because of her bite or what have you, it screwed up him in some way.
I guess.
Yeah. Ah.
Okay.
Oh, necrotic. No. Uh-huh.
Oh, that's right. I think they mentioned that in
They did.
Bake.
Yeah. Because then she just immobilizes you and drains you entirely and you die.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, because of your connection to her.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Okay. The kiss shot?
Uh-huh. Hence why Shinobu's going to be helpful.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Full fusion.
But it's still there, dang.
Yeah. Oh.
Maybe with some donuts. Yeah, as you should.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But wait.
146.
Oh my gosh. But his phone went out, lost battery. How did he have all those?
I guess once it got some battery.
Oh.
Okay.
Get lost, school kid, is basically what he's saying. Ha! Ha ha! Ha ha!
Gotcha.
Yeah. And you're not a professional, so I've got to make this right. Because they split the party. They did split the party.
Don't you know you never split the party. Well, he doesn't like to hear that, though.
Well, he acknowledged in a lot of ways that there isn't anything he can do. Wow. Oshino spitting fire.
Yeah. Right, because this is also Araragi needing to deal with the fact that he's not some vampire anymore.
Yep. And also that you shouldn't meddle with the metal cat.
Hey.
I'm going to go back and check before the discussion on that bit where he basically called Araragi a dumbass because Araragi didn't understand why he was calling him that.
Right.
And I think it's...
But it seemed to be pertaining to Shinobu.
Well, it was pertaining to Shinobu, but I think I'm not 100%... I don't think I'm 100% sure on why.
I'm not either.
So I'm going to go back and check on that once we are done here.
But okay. One of the things that I love, like that I just sort of thought of here or realized, is that because this is the first time Araragi dealt with the metal cat, what he says later of the imagine an imaginary menagerie manager imagining an imaginary menagerie, that was something that he had been thinking about for a long time.
Right.
Of like, if this ever happens again, I know what I'm gonna do.
Because in some ways he's keeping it from being violent towards him like it was in the past by basically like having fun with it, you know.
Well, and also just something for his own.
Oh yeah.
His own little.
Oh yeah, getting his rocks
perverted-
off essentially.
Yeah.
Like, cat girl. And it's also with Hanekawa's bod, you know. So he's like, oh my. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Hmm. Huh. Yeah. Because bear's just gonna eat you, asshole and all. Just.
Okay.
All right.
We are moving and grooving.
Mhm. We're connecting the dots a bit because we are back at that place where we now have had the metal cat attack.
It's a nasty situation.
Yeah, attack Hanekawa's parents.
It pounced.
Yeah, and that whole situation has basically been done.
Yep.
They survived,
Right.
which is
Which
good.
they did
Which
mention.
they did mention that as well. But I like that it was Araragi who basically made sure that they survived. Like that's a cool thing. I'm not 100% sure. If they
Right,
actually
like
told us about
maybe
that
the
in
metal
Bake.
cat never intended to kill them, but
Well, it's to inflict pain, to
Right.
share her
Yeah.
Measter's pain onto, those that are kind of the source of it.
yep. Oh
Araragi,
boy.
that means you're coming. Your time's coming up soon.
Yeah. You're not coming. That was resolved
Mhm.
in Kizu.
Yep.
Chicken. But
yes. Yes.
But yeah. Oh boy.
And they connected everything back to the energy drain thing and regarding it being a thing that's shared between them and vampires. But vampires, they are the apex
king
predators.
top dog. Yep.
Yep, the rulers of the jungle, the wild aberration jungle. But the thing that's cool about that is we know Shinobu's going to use her energy drain
Right.
on Hanekawa's metal
Yep.
cat in order to solve the whole situation here. It is something that's interesting, though, that Araragi is not a problem with regards to the fact that he's not just that he's a half vampire, which was a part of it, and that there's purebred aberrations versus
And then there's the diluted watered
half-assed
down
version of you,
Yeah,
basically. But it's also who you are in relation and connection to Hanekawa,
Yep.
which might even be a bigger deal than just the fact that you're a half-assed vampire.
Right.
Like,
I mean that helps too.
like, yeah,
But
it definitely helps.
You're a target.
You are a target. You are a source of her stress and pain.
Yep.
And you are not aware of that at this point.
No.
But even though he's not aware, the metal cat told him. Said it's people like you
Yep.
that
With
are what
putting all
caused
your
my master-
expectations on her, and
I like how
Araragi
they
is a stupid baka.
I like how they mirrored that idea of the parents' expectations still shaping the child, having that connection to the idea that aberrations have their existence basically just because of humans' belief.
Right.
They exist because we believe they exist.
Yep.
Which I don't want to go too deep into that, but just as a concept, that's a very, very fascinating thing for Oshino to just kind of drop after we've had so many aberrations and the abnormalities, basically things affecting all of these girls and stuff. Like, whoa, that's huge. That's a huge thing.
That doesn't necessarily mean though that the person that is getting influenced by it believes in them.
Totally.
But yeah.
But that's probably in some ways why they're the only ones that can solve the problem. Because there is somewhat of a connection there.
Okay.
Araragi needs to basically sometimes be there and help spur them on, maybe encourage them and give them some support. But in the end, the person that does the final severing of the cord, if you will, is usually the girl that was affected by it.
Right.
So it's not
the
that
interactions that we got with Shinobu here were great. The way they handled it was something that was very believable, because a part of me was kind of confused of like, okay, they can do stuff with Shinobu here, but given how Shinobu was handled in Bake,
right,
how much will they actually do with her character? Because this is immediately post Kizu, so she's not exactly feeling talkative with Araragi, but I guess donuts solve many problems.
Yeah, it does actually bring up an interesting point. When Araragi asks in Bake, doesn't he say, like, who's that? And they go, and then Oshino goes, oh, she's nobody.
I think that's Senjugahara.
Oh, that is Senjugahara.
Senjugahara,
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Cool. Because there is a extreme lack of interaction between Araragi and Shinobu in Bake.
Until the very end.
Until the very end.
Yeah.
So it's something where, because Shinobu's not the focus in Bake, you know, it's other characters.
Yeah,
like
and it
Hanekawa
works. It
and
works
Senjugahara.
very well. Like you could theoretically still be having those interactions, but just it's not. They're not focusing on it
They're not
because
focused on, so they don't show it.
Exactly. Yeah, because it's still a sore spot for both of them.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like that awkward thing where you have to go to that one place of work or what have you, but your ex is in that one like spot constantly, and you're just like, yeah. And you know that you're the problem. You were the reason why the relationship didn't work. Like, you screwed it up. So it's like, ooh,
wait,
shame.
No, we're talking about Shinobu,
Shame.
not Hanekawa.
Oh, well played. Well played. Well played. Oh, no. Araragi doesn't blame himself at all, though, for the way he handled the Hanekawa situation.
He doesn't even know that there was a Hanekawa situation to be handled. Anyways, like the fact that we, as viewers, can get this stressed over the situation with Hanekawa and Araragi. It's like, man, can you imagine what that would be like to actually be in that situation, and that is just the one thing that's being put on top of all the other crap that you have to deal with.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah, in some ways you kind of wish that Hanekawa had a friend in Senjugahara or Hachikuji.
Sure.
Like, in some ways, just the idea that Senjugahara and Hanekawa have talked, you know, more towards the present time in terms of things, and yet it was a little bit not necessarily healthy.
It's competitive because Hanekawa likes Araragi, Senjugahara's got Araragi.
Yeah.
So maybe if anything, like maybe Shinobu and Hachikuji would be the better ones to talk to. Like
Shinobu and Hanekawa actually
I feel like
be
they could,
great because they have the shared history through Kizu.
Right, they've got the shared history, but I also feel like Shinobu's
yes.
self-confidence, assertiveness, however you want to call it,
yes.
basically, is something that could potentially help Hanekawa, you know? Like if it rubbed off on Hanekawa a little bit, like...
But if Hanekawa gets too confident, then Araragi's kind of in trouble, and then Shinobu and her would come to blows.
Well, maybe, or possibly, but the thing is that then it would be something where then it wouldn't be an ongoing problem, right? It could be solved. It could actually be resolved, right?
Painfully.
Or she could just talk to Hachikuji, and then you know, there you go. Just the wisdom of the child with the backpack.
Can Hanekawa see Hachikuji though? That's a good question.
Okay, that actually. Wait a minute.
I'm probably just revealing how much I've forgotten.
No, right. That's a good point.
Hachikuji
Yeah, because Senjugahara couldn't see Hachikuji, so the fact that Hachikuji only ever interacts with Araragi is probably for the same reason, because no one else can see her. Huh? That's wow. How did I forget about that? Yeah.
Well, there's a lot in Monogatari.
But that goes to show that the handling and creation of Hachikuji as a character is really good because, not that it wasn't already good, but basically that a lot of thought was put into it, because this kind of role that she's taken in the story later is something that it's one of the few roles that she could take because she can't interact with the other characters.
Right. So with Hanekawa, we've gotten to see now the first time that Araragi's seen her as, you know, the Meddle Cat.
Yep.
Which is, you know, great. So we now are, you know, coming back and seeing the different perspective on the whole thing that we were told about, that happened during Golden Week when we skipped that bit in Bake. Now that we are seeing this, though, there are a couple things that I think should be natural questions for Araragi to ask Hanekawa The next time he sees Hanekawa, sans Meddle cat form.
But I feel like he might not ever see her sans Meddle cat until
that's
Shinobu
my
does
question.
the energy drain.
That's my question, exactly. Is this a thing of where now that, she's had this whole, thing happen with the cat being buried and what have you, is this the moment where Hanekawa has basically solidified this and she won't have this be solved until the end of Bake, where there's the
right. Well, and even then, that's not a permanent solution either.
Yeah,
because it's just the same old thing, slapping another Band-Aid on it.
So then that's another thing. I'll have to go back and double check, like in between the recordings of this. But when she gets her energy drained in Golden Week by Shinobu, the metal cat.
Oh yeah, of what we saw from it.
What we saw in Bake. What was the result of that?
She turned back into Hanekawa.
So then we could see that here. We could see the ending of that here.
Oh, and then like potentially like an episode after that.
Yeah. Basically, like what would be the conversations, interactions that Araragi and Hanekawa would have post that? Because there's some specific things that I feel like Araragi would want to ask, and it's not just the kind of simple things of are you okay, stuff like that. It's more of the, will there be more promises made?
Well, and that's the thing.
More,
because as we have seen, Araragi and Hanekawa have absolutely incredible communication skills, specifically with regards to each other. That's sarcasm, by the way. And we know that in Bakemonogatari, he hadn't clued in yet that she was in love with him.
Yep. So that can't be discussed.
So that can't...
It can't be made
communicated
clearly.
Right. And a way that they could do that is that basically Araragi could potentially even ask, but because Hanekawa's Hanekawa again, she's still bottling everything up, and she might, not feel comfortable actually saying it.
I don't think he would be that direct, though, with regards to the relationship. What I think it would be more being is that, like, he might ask for ways that he can help define his role in helping her.
Well, right. Well, the thing is that in a lot of ways, he already has defined his role in helping her.
That's true.
Now's his talk with Tsukihi.
Yes.
So the way I'm guessing it's probably going to go is it's going to go along the lines of something of Hanekawa doing what she normally does, which is basically trying to get Araragi to clue in without actually being open and honest, right?
Yes.
And then Araragi is, of course, not going to clue in, and in fact, he's going to respond with something that shows how clueless he is, and that's going to just make everything worse for Hanekawa.
Right.
Right?
So the stress will double down, and then we'll get the whole Bake situation.
Exactly.
And so on and so forth.
And we showed that, or we reinforced that again this episode with the whole thing of Oshino saying that, it would be troublesome for her if you died.
And that was Shinobu.
Well, but Oshino was the one who said it, right?
Yeah. He's talking about Shinobu.
Yeah, he was talking about Shinobu.
Right,
no, I know,
right.
but it's establishing that idea of Araragi being clueless, because he's like, at least that means her thinking about nutrients means she has at least a will to live.
Right.
He's like, that's not what I meant.
Yeah, we went back and checked up on that, so it's more of a thing of, hey, Baka, like she actually
cares about you
about
as a person. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not just as a food source,
right?
And not just as a donut source either. But
that's a new thing.
That's actually that's debatable potentially. The donuts may have upped him on her scale of people that she cares about just a bit, possibly.
In some ways, this episode was the origin prequel to two different monsters. We have Hanekawa's metal cat, and we have the donut hunter herself, Shinobu.
Indeed, because I don't believe, did she ever have a donut in Kizu?
Nope.
Yeah, probably not.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's right. And this is the start, because they weren't even for her. They were for Oshino.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yep.
But it's cool. There's a part of me that was really happy that Araragi didn't know exactly whether or not she had spoken. At that moment there, because they have their connection, right?
Right.
So for all we know, there's a mild form of telepathy that she has, but it's obviously her probably talking,
right?
But just that she's dicking with him because she doesn't like him. Like she's still like dealing with the fact that we have this really awkward relationship, and it's just like, I don't like you.
And
but
when
I have to put up with you. So
and when he says like spin around 3 times and say woof, and she just does this wonderful like triple spin in the air, you know,
she's like,
but doesn't
look
say
how
anything.
elegant I am.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
I
awesome.
am a goddess. Like, you bow before me, you puny mortal, and woof. You think I'd actually say that? No.
Like, no.
Pitiful.
Pitiful creatures.
Yes, exactly.
And then my mind blanked.
Something with Hanekawa?
Oh no, the fact that they brought up the idea of, so did she revert mentally to, like, you know, to that old state, or was she just shutting down? And Oshino kind of gave the sort of non-answer, you know?
Well, that was where he kind of went into the world building thing I was talking about regarding the...
And he kind of said yes, but it was also, well, yes, but actually no.
Well, the thing is this is something I feel like they said twice in this episode, was they mentioned the whole idea of how the existence of something is determined by those that
perceive it,
believe it, will it to be, essentially.
Sure.
So the way she is in some ways determined by that. But the thing that he put in there as a technicality, which is really interesting, is that she is this way because you're the one that's the most important person in her universe, basically. But that's also in some ways a reciprocal thing.
Sure.
So the way he says, like, oh, that's because of you, is you're cognizant of her and stuff, and it's like, and he's like, well, technically I guess the class rep and I fit that bill. But the fact that he had to, like, well, technically, like, add that in emphasizes what kind of point he's trying to make to Araragi.
Yep.
And that it doesn't really matter about their involvement / connection with Shinobu.
And the whole ending song from Kizu.
Yep.
You are my universe.
Tu es mon univers.
Yeah.
Univers, I believe, is how you say it en français.
But yeah, that all was great and fantastic. And again, wrong shirt, but I mean, it's not like I'm expecting to see Hachikuji in this arc anyways. But they're moving along rather quickly.
Yeah. We've had the parents attack now. I think it's basically going to be how he recruits Shinobu. He's going to lure her with donuts. That's how he's going to do it. That's how he's going to do it.
Or maybe, or just maybe,
he'll
realize, oh, wait, no, she actually does care about my well-being a little bit. You know, and then...
Sure.
Yeah.
And then it builds their relationship a little bit.
But for Shinobu's pride, of course, he will say, donuts. Yeah,
I'll pay you with 24 donuts. And she's just like...
You better not be messing with me.
Yeah, you better not be messing with me.
Pay up. Yeah.
She's like, I require half a dozen up front.
Yeah.
He's like, you drive a hard bargain. Deal.
Right.
She's like, I require the golden chocolate ones. And he's just like,
oh boy.
Yes, indeed. Indeed. Which, by the way, I love that this whole donut fixation is like an actual like thing given its focus and time in this specific bit here. Because if she's this immortal creature that's lived for hundreds and hundreds of years and experienced so many pleasures of life, and yet she's so simply captivated by one of the most casual pleasures that we have of this modern era, and that is the fried, sweet, tasty treat that is a donut.
Well, and if you think about it, it makes sense because she would never eat regular food anyways.
Oh, yeah.
So then the one time that she does eat this thing, which she then ends up basically opting for instead of blood, right? Which is interesting. I'm sure there's a logical, a joke in there, or just a logical, explainable reason for why the vampire prefers donuts to blood.
Yes, it's because Nisio was like, "This will be cute."
Probably. But
I think it makes perfect sense in terms of the creativity of it. But it does make me want donuts too. But I think that the contradiction of it is something that I've never really found to be insightful into Shinobu. But just the idea that she's choosing donuts over blood. You think about it this way. The donut was a thing that she found a surprise to be pleasurable. But the idea then that this nutritionless treat, like it really is just sugar and carbs.
And she probably can't even process it.
I mean, who knows? Yeah. I don't know how vampires get what they actually get from the blood thing. But what if it is kind of a thing of, no, this is kind of how I care for Araragi a little bit. I don't like to suck his blood, but I have to in order to survive.
Huh.
And it's a weird way of having this quirk that it maybe becomes a thing of like, you know, it's you paying me back in also a way, kind of like, yeah,
sure,
go empty your bank account and get me donuts, you know?
Right.
But it's also a thing of like, I mean, I don't hate you, Baka, you know?
Yeah.
It's like...
Because Shinobu is totally a tsundere. Like...
I mean, I just like the idea of it, and even though there's probably some stuff that contradicts that, it's a fun little, like...
It's a fun idea, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not holding to it too tightly. It's just like something that
it could just be a thing of donuts, because why not? Yeah.
Because donuts are not nutritional. Like, there's nothing helpful about eating a donut.
And for a vampire that can't sustain themselves on food anyways, even less so.
Yeah. However they do vampires in this world, given that it's called an energy drain more so than a specifically thing for blood, you know?
That's true, although they do eat people.
Right, but there is also the whole red motif symbolism thing that is all throughout her character and things like that, and blood, you know, blah, 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 blah. So,
and they did the whole thing of basically him about to give her a head pat and she slaps his hand away. No, we're not on that good terms yet. You need to make this up to me. But
that is true. I loved the return of Meddle Cat, even though this is the earliest incarnation of the Meddle Cat. But the dialogue that she gives is quite fun. But I think that's the thing about it, is that it's some of the simplest and most direct
because Shinobu or
direct aspect of Hanekawa,
and
the idea of a, you know, in myth, basically the idea of some kind of Jekyll Hyde kind of situation, but it more so being a thing of, I show my true self when under intense periods of stress. That's just real life.
Oh yeah.
In a lot of situations where people are under intense periods of stress, they revert back to their simplest, most base survival kind of stuff here. But this, we have this supernatural element where it's more than that. It's her showing her real self in an aggressive, violent way that is more real, you know, than the fake, which is Hanekawa as we see her.
And the fact that it's only getting resolved by bottling it back up. So healthy. Yeah.
It gives me really a lot of excitement for where we're at with present day Hanekawa.
Maybe
like a lot.
Maybe the you know how the episodes say, like, you know, Nekomonogatari Black. Maybe it's that there's going to be like two parts to this part, where like one part is dealing with this stuff here, but then there's going to be another part that's dealing with like present day of Araragi having that conversation that he said he needed to have with Hanekawa at some point.
Right. I would say it is the duality part of it, because her hair is white. There's the part where they have the bit in the OP where they have white, like black, white. So the Kuro is there, and it's basically showcasing that you know, at night, you know, she comes out.
Yeah.
It's I think it's that combination of the dual nature of the Hanekawa, the fake, you know, Meddle Cat, the real, but it, you know, But yeah, I'm definitely with you in that there could be that other kind of aspect to it as well. So,
but yeah, great episode.
Good episode. Sets up a little bit more of
what we know is coming, but
where this is all going to fit contextually within Golden Week, and what parts they're going to focus on, especially now that they brought Shinobu into things here. So cool. So y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there, and any level of support gets you access to our Discord, where you can chat with us about these stories. You can get involved with the community and events that are happening right now. You can also talk with Jacob about his book.
Yes, my sci-fi novel Battle Lines is still available for order on Amazon. The link is in the description, and there may be some signed copies left. So go check it out.
So if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.